Hi, Joe. I'm excited to talk with you today about the future of travel post-pandemic. As many of you know, the Regional Transportation Alliance is a regional program of the Raleigh Chamber. RTA has provided a business-led focus on transportation for decades.
Adrienne, I'm pleased to discuss the changing landscape of work and travel with you, along with implications for economic growth and equity.
Joe, to get us started, what is traffic looking like now?
Well, total daily traffic has nearly returned to pre pandemic levels. However, our peak period rush hour traffic remains down, particularly in the morning, which actually means that our transportation network is being used more efficiently all day.
That's not too surprising given that we have a tech-oriented economy, so a higher proportion of our workforce can work remotely. What does that tell us moving forward?
Well, on one hand, we will continue to have work from home and hybrid work arrangements post pandemic. On the other hand, our population growth remains very strong. Together, this means we will need to continue to make investments in our growing region and focus on all day mobility for all people. In addition, not only is the peak period becoming more spread out, but we are becoming more spread out across the region.
Right. That means solutions like the 540 Turnpike that connect Wake County to outlying areas will become increasingly important.
Exactly. RTA remains focused on getting that last section of 540 under construction to complete the loop while pushing for sustainable state funding for additional highway improvements. And we're also supporting the study of commuter rail to link our region.
What else are you and RTA partners working on?
Well, RTA has been leading several studies, such as a fast network concept to improve freeways and streets for transit, and a priority shoulder concept to keep buses moving on I 40. These would complement our region's bus rapid transit efforts. In addition, the regional business community remains very interested in the potential for a zero fare weekends transit pilot.
It is so important to have this multimodal focus to increase access and equity, along with innovative approaches like the first in the nation intersection that RTA spearheaded last year.
And that's right. America's first dynamic left turn is a great example of how the business community is thinking proactively about reducing delay all day.
And speaking of delay, both RTA and the Raleigh Chamber have endorsed the City of Raleigh's proposal to eliminate all stoplights on Capitol Boulevard between 440 and 540.
Absolutely. And we will do everything we can to make no stoplights on Capitol a reality as soon as possible.
Before we go, let's talk about the airport. Air travel at RDU is only at about 30% of where it was pre pandemic. What are RTA's thoughts on that?
While air travel will likely remain down for a while, but our economy still depends on a successful airport with a sustainable financial model. We have relaunched a task force of business leaders to examine the current situation and to make recommendations on a long term funding package for RDU.
That's great. We know that RDU Airport is instrumental to our continued economic growth and tourism industry. We look forward to learning more about those findings later this summer. Joe, it has been great speaking with you today. It is apparent why we need a strategic regional business focus on transportation through the RTA.
Adrienne, thank you for the Chamber's longstanding support. People can visit letsgetmoving.org to learn more about the regional business community's mobility priorities and to become an RTA member.
That is so great. Joe, thank you so much. Let's get moving.